Maybe let me turn you down a little bit. Okay, speak now. I mean, fine. So, how life treating you? Go to your, like, see if in your privacy it's allowing you to, since it could just be one of your settings. Since that's what, it says whenever I start, people in your party will have their mic shared.
Oh, yep, I think that should do it. I just said for it to share my voice, so
Have their mic shared.
maybe we'll get to hear me.
Hopefully not.
I think that should do it. Hey, look at that. I'm in. Maybe we'll get to hear me. Isn't that great?
Sure.
Alright, what are we doing today on stream?
I don't know. Just sort of logged into this world.
You got games on your phone?
No. I got life in Archero. Not sponsored.
If we were, though, oh my, I could only dream.
I don't need to be sponsored. I'm already the #1 player.
Facts. No, wait, I'm on the Archero grind too hard.
Sure. You should join my clan.
It low-key takes me like, bruh, I should.
I'm a leader of a clan with like 27 people in it.
Really? Okay, well, I'm actually gonna go join that right now.
I don't even know how I became the leader of it, but I am.
Wait, you didn't start it?
No. I think the person who made it got kicked from it from not like logging in.
Oh. You
And then
the next best thing.
Then I was like the second member of it, so I got promoted.
Dang, way to go. I don't even know if I'm in a clan. Did I just find out there was a clan feature? Maybe.
It's been like a feature for like a year.
Yeah. I'm not much of an Archero guy. I kind of just play through the level. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Like a loser.
That's not wrong.
And for every feature.
Wait, no, but I might be in a little clan of my own.
Why am I
Alright,
doing it so bad?
now I have to try to figure out how to leave my clan and go to a new one. Oh yeah, I am in a clan. But I just left.
You should join Run DCM.
You sure it's DCM and not DMC?
Yeah, DMC.
That's like the most generic name.
I didn't make it.
Are you just a big Run DMC guy?
I guess. If you think about it. Aren't we all?
We're getting too deep for this stream. Wait, so I'm not finding it.
Is it? Did you do a space?
Oh, I did not. And the run is capital.
Run is capital. DMC is also capital.
Alright, let's see if this is the right one. Oh, do players not have usernames?
No. Because you can't do friends or any of that stuff. It's like player 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. Okay. But you're... Oh, yeah, I see you. You're the leader. You're the cat.
Meow.
Alright, I sent a request to join. This better be a good clan.
Can't wait to deny it.
Bruh, imagine my clan and Toy Blast right now, we're blowing up. We're going to be the best in the country. It's gonna happen.
Finally, just reached 20 members.
Yeah. Shout out.
Let's see where you rank in my clan.
Bro, wait! I'm a moderator for your channel.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah, you asked for that one time.
I feel so powerful.
Yeah, you can kick this one other person. You can watch the 0 people watching.
Yeah, but I have the power to kick Evan out if he ever tries.
I'm pretty sure he's in Ohio right now.
He is. But he's got an account. He could hop on.
Let's go raid Ohio. To Area 51 raid.
How close is Ohio to the... How coastal is it? Like, could we
No.
detach Ohio?
No.
I think we could. Well, what states would we have to take with it?
The U.S.
Okay, it looks like I am looking at a children's map of the U.S.
What's
But I'm
new?
getting a sense that Lake Erie is right above it.
Yeah, but you couldn't do anything, like, you'd be able to attach it, but it wouldn't go anywhere.
What if we, okay, detaching it is a little archaic. What if we made it part of Canada?
It would still technically be landlocked with the U.S.
Well, we could build a wall around it.
Oh, calm down, Donald.
That's pretty good. I want to go through what games you have, because low-key... Wait, so what do you typically do on Minecraft? What's your...
I don't know anymore. It's been so long since I've actually, like, really played. I've gotten more into the, not playing video games.
Bruh, same.
Since I haven't really had time with, you know, family.
You don't need them, they hold you back.
That's what I told them, but they just scoffed at me.
Did you ever get that Hyundai on Ninjago?
I think so. You can probably look at my trophies.
Oh, I could, yeah, I could just pop in. What about Horizon? You make it to the end of that game at least?
No. I gave up on that game.
Me too.
I couldn't beat that one boss.
I didn't even get that far. I just like, generally if I spend like 10 minutes on a game and decide I don't like it, I just leave.
Fair.
Bruh, the Avengers grind?
No, I haven't played that game once.
Why did you even get it?
Because
The other day I was thinking like, oh, well maybe maybe now that Avengers is like kind of dead, I could give it a chance. And I just looked it up in the store and there were like 3 different versions. And I'm like, it's too complicated even to buy the game.
One's like a demo, one's a plus version.
But even then, it's like, oh, you want the digital deluxe version, or you want the end game deluxe? But like, what are you saying? I don't.
And
It,
then and
no.
then they thought it was so popular that they had to make exclusives.
Yeah, yeah, they really did, didn't they?
They put
Just
Black Panther in it.
garbage. Yeah,
They put Kate Bishop in it.
they did. Well, and man, hopefully the three people playing it on Xbox didn't want to play as Spider-Man.
He's in it, I think.
Yeah, he is, but only for PlayStation.
Is it actually?
Yeah, the
Like
nerve.
it's because
Who do they think they are?
it's because Sony owns it.
Yeah,
Why even add him?
I don't. Well, they said they would, like, which, they said a lot of things about this game that didn't come true.
I mean, they were probably gonna make him the one version, the PS4 version.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they maybe thought it would
Be popular.
increase it. I mean, when they initially started, they thought that they were going to be adding tons of characters because people were just going to love this game.
I
That
thought
didn't
wrong.
happen. They did think wrong. It was really bad. I assume. Well, actually, I did play that demo.
I did too, and it wasn't really that good.
No, the demo. I actually I'll admit, I kind of enjoyed that like 8A, the part on the bridge, where he plays like all of the characters.
Yeah, Fight
That was
Taskmaster.
kind of okay. But then like
That was the
after
peak.
that was the peak. Literally the moment that ended, the game got instantly boring and
Predictable.
yeah. Yeah. I guess that's probably the biggest sin of the game, is just that it's really, really boring.
It do be like that.
It do be. But I'm telling you, for that Guardians of the Galaxy game, that was good.
Was it?
It was.
Never played it.
I kind of thought it was going to be trash just because of Avengers, but it wasn't.
Yeah, pretty sure. Wasn't it a different studio?
I don't know. It kind of looks similar, so I just kind of assumed it was the same one.
Yeah, that's because all those games sort of look similar.
I will try to look it up. I will try to do my research. But like, it also, like, the gameplay was just kind of mid, but it was more about the story, and it had a pretty good story.
It was not really a story that people usually use for that. I
What do you mean
believe.
by that?
Like, I don't think it's a comic book story.
It's not a comic that I've read. But,
Yeah.
well, but then again, like, most everything from Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be so obscure that no one read the comic.
Yeah. I mean, that's why
But it was,
that's why Guardians of the Galaxy had so much liberty in it.
but it's just a solid game.
That's good.
But it'll never get a sequel because it sold terribly.
Did it?
Yeah, which I fault to Avengers. I think it would have sold like gangbusters, except it literally looks just like Avengers.
That makes sense. I mean,
I didn't buy it on its launch because I wasn't like I felt the same thing where I thought it just was going to be another Avengers.
yeah. I'm honestly surprised they made it.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Like,
mean, they
there's-
probably would have, judging on when it was released, they probably would have been making it before Avengers came out, even. So they wouldn't have known that Avengers was going to be that bad.
I mean, for that type of game, they had to have been making it like years ago.
Yeah.
You excited for that Into the Spider or the Cross the Spider-Verse?
You know I am. The thing is though, the trailers don't actually get me that hyped. It's just knowing that it's a sequel to like the best Spider-Man movie ever.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm excited for it. I'll probably not see it in theaters.
I mean that's safe for me, but that's just because I don't go to theaters anymore.
I mean, The only way I'll see it in theaters if I get a group to go.
When's the last time you saw something in theaters?
Doctor Strange. No, Black Panther I saw in theaters.
Oh yeah, you get a group for that?
No, just me and Brian.
Hey, that's all you need.
Me and Brian, or I was like, hey Brian, do you want to go to Birkdale? He's like, sure. What are we gonna do? Don't know. We saw what movies were out. Oh, that's out. And be like, let's go see it.
I honestly, because I just straight up like don't go to theaters. I didn't see that one. I plan on watching it when it comes to Disney Plus. How was it?
Mid.
Well, yeah, I mean it is a Marvel movie.
It's not horrible, but it's not as good as it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's not as good as other people say it.
Okay, yeah, because I'm hearing a lot of praise. Like this one just like raises the bar, but you know, it's
Both sides overinflate it.
okay, yeah, and that's pretty typical with a Marvel movie too.
Yeah. I mean, if you go into it, like, say, with, like, no expectation, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's sort of what you have to do for Marvel movies.
It is, yeah.
Like, I mean, for Doctor Strange, I went thinking it was gonna be, like, amazing. Mid. But, like,
Wait, why'd you think it would be amazing? Just because of the trailers, or?
Just because of what I thought it was, what comics it would be based off of.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I think you do have Sam Raimi, too.
Yeah, he did it. I mean, but looking back after a couple, like, 6 months, I think it's been since this came out.
Yeah, probably about that.
I mean, it was a good movie, but like, I remember after watching it saying, "Oh, that's a pretty okay movie."
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just okay. I was conflicted about that one because, like, I really just did not like any of the story. It was every story beat was wrong for me.
Yeah,
But
I
visually,
didn't
it
like the
was.
story.
They kind of, with the MCU, you come to expect like kind of boring CGI. Like it's going to be the typical like superhero fights at the end. But I feel like visually they were going for like more creative things here. So
Oh, definitely. And then they had to do the eye.
in the eye, I didn't like that. I didn't like that ending with the third eye.
No, that was just a bad post-credit scene.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of speaks too to how forced those things are now. That literally it felt like almost a parody of what Marvel does, where like you have a random obscure character show up.
You remember the Clea thing?
Yeah, well, I don't know who it is, but the like lady at the end, that felt like a satirical joke on how at the end of every Marvel movie they're like, oh, and by the way, this random character you don't know is here for the next movie.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, I don't even think that's going to be a plot point in Phase 4. Like, I think it's going to be not going to be brought up to the next phase.
Oh, probably, yeah. We're gonna have to wait till like Doctor Strange 3 or like some spin-off show that no one's gonna watch.
Yeah, since
Like
that
that.
doesn't really go with Kang.
Yeah, when the thing is like, well, I don't really get that hyped about post-credit scenes anymore because like, first of all, I don't know I don't know most of the characters in them, but then also it's like I don't know what they're gonna show up in, whether because like it used to be like you knew like whatever character was in the post-credit scene they were gonna be in the next movie from the same character.
Yeah, they're going to be
But
in
like
the...
now it could be anything. It could be like you have to do research on what they're trying to hint at, you know?
Yeah, no one expected, Ironheart to be in Black Panther.
Yeah, how was she done? Was she okay?
Forced. Way too
Okay.
forced.
And that's what I was kind of thinking looking at the trailers was like, how do you put Ironheart into... Because, like, you can get the general premise. It's sort of like a Wakanda versus Atlantis type deal.
Yeah,
I don't know where Ironheart would fit
it's
in
not
this.
it's not Atlantis in the thing.
Oh yeah, but it's something close, right? It's like
It's the
mythical
same.
underwater city.
Yeah, made of all vibranium.
Oh. Well, now
It's
Wakanda doesn't feel so special.
That's the entire point of the movie.
Low key, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I kind of don't like Wakanda because like,
That's sort of the movie makes them more of a villain, but
well,
redeemed, like also sort of a redemption arc.
yeah, and I think that's what they were going for in that first Black Panther movie, where like Wakanda refuses to help anyone until like 2018 when
Yeah,
Killmonger changes their mind. But like, what that movie did, it made me kind of feel like Killmonger was the good guy and Black Panther was the villain.
yeah,
Which is it's good because like Marvel doesn't ever have like good villains. So to have Killmonger be so well done is
yeah.
I applaud them for that. But
That's the only real good thing I think they did in the really that. But like I think they could have done it a lot better since there's a post credit in there that is really forced.
in Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
but you can spoil it for me.
I
What do
mean,
they push in
they
there?
revealed T'Challa had a son.
Oh, what's that hinting at? Like a new Black Panther?
Eventually, like
Wow.
eventually, his son's gonna take up the mantle.
Hmm. What do you think? I don't know what their slate of stuff is, but do you think they're looking at like Phase 8 will have Black Panther Jr.?
Who knows?
Because like I genuinely don't like I don't know what to get excited for that. I don't know who that would be or what movie they'd
I
be in.
I don't either.
Right,
Black
I'm looking
Panther
at the
4.
Phase 5 slate.
I mean, I think it may be setting up the Kid Avengers.
Oh, for sure, for sure. They're going for that, right? Because every Avenger has like a kid right
Yeah.
now, right?
You have the young Captain America. You have Ironheart, Iron Man. Thor, you have that one kid. Who else? Wanda, you have the two kids that are sort of dead now, but we don't talk about that part.
Yeah, that's a sticky situation.
Yeah. Who else?
Oh, because it looks like they have a. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not excited about any of these kids. I don't think I need to see Ant-Man daughter team up
Oh,
with Iron Man daughter.
no, not daughter. I don't think they're gonna do anything else with his daughter. I'll be
That would make
honest.
sense.
For me, it would make. I see them more going the line of like just that character of Ironheart.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not
Who?
excited. I don't. I don't ever understand people's like hate for Ironheart. I mean, excluding I didn't see Wakanda Forever, but like I don't. I don't think I've ever wanted to see Ironheart anywhere ever. You
No,
know what I
it's
mean?
for me. It's too new of a character to do anything with.
Well, I don't know that that's true because Miles Morales was really about the same time, and he's
Yeah, but
popping off.
he's. They try to hop on the same bandwagon as they did with Miles.
Yeah, that's what I kind of see, but I don't. I've never really gotten anything unique off of Ironheart. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand who she
That's
is as a character.
that's the point. I mean, that's what I mean by too new of
Yeah,
a
which
character.
mean, they could always show us because, like, also, I don't like. I've never read her comics, but I think even without reading a Miles Morales comic, if you just saw Spider Verse, you would like get the character. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So, which I think if you're gonna do Ironheart, you have to give her some spotlight. Which I don't know if Wakanda Forever did or didn't, but
I mean, it's more of they said, hey, she's a brilliant young teenager at MIT who made a machine that detects vibranium. First person to ever do that, so she brilliant.
See, but I'm thinking sort of like what they did with America Chavez in Multiverse of Madness. As someone who doesn't know what her whole deal is, I still have no idea. I mean, I get her power, but I don't know why she's interesting as a character.
They gave her a backstory, but it was really forced.
Okay.
Like, I mean, her mother's getting zapped away by the portal. For me, that was forced.
Okay, I can't. When does that come to Disney Plus? Do you know?
I think it's already on.
Really?
What, Doctor Strange?
No. What is it? The
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
I have no idea. Probably in a month or two. It's no longer in theater, so.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. You know what? I'm too lazy to actually look it up. It'll probably be soon.
I mean, it'll probably come out a couple weeks.
But I'm looking, so it looks like for 2025 they've got the next Avengers movie. You think that'll be the kids?
No, that's gonna be
in the Kang Dynasty.
It may be.
Because someone's got to fight Kang.
It may be Future, like Future Kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
If so, that's gonna suck.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, because who are they gonna make the new Avengers out of?
I don't know.
I don't think I'm excited for any of these characters to be the new Avengers.
Yeah. The only... Yeah, I don't really care for any of them. I sort of American Chavez. Just for the fact that it's sort of related to Doctor Strange.
Are you just a big Doctor Strange fan?
I like the first movie.
Really? Is that one of your favorites for the MCU?
I would say.
Wow. That's a I don't know if it's a hot take, but it's a unique one.
I mean, just for the fact that it's, if you really think about it, it's something really sort of different from the other ones.
See, I didn't get that. To me, it, like when I remember coming out of the theaters kind of disappointed because to me it didn't, like it's called Doctor Strange, but it really didn't feel that strange to me. It felt too like normal, you know?
That makes sense. I can see that.
That's why to me I kind of preferred Multiverse of Madness just for it really felt like it upped the strange factor.
Yeah.
And got closer to what I wanted. I still don't think it's quite there because I think there's still that MCU grasp over it where it can't go full like balls to the wall crazy.
I also don't think after Phase 5 they'll keep Doctor Strange in, or I don't think they'll keep Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
because the one character that they introduced after he dies, she becomes Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, okay. Well, I am looking through it. They don't have any Doctor Strange movies slated for the next, like, 3 years.
Yeah, at the least.
So,
do they have another one booked?
Do they have another what?
Do they have even another Doctor Strange books like on record? Or another movie?
No. Well, I'm not looking at their future shows. There might be like it's hard to keep track of the MCU now. Let's see.
True.
List of future.
I mean, just upcoming projects.
Yeah, future. I'll look that up. But I'll be honest, if it's a TV show, I'm just not gonna watch it. Like, aside from Daredevil, I'm not watching any of these new shows.
One character that we've seen nothing from, Miss Marvel.
Well, she's got a new show coming up.
She had a show.
Yeah, and there's gonna be one with her and Captain Marvel called The Marvels.
Yeah, but there's been nothing for it.
Oh yeah, but her show didn't come out that long ago, right?
I mean, it came out January last year.
Okay, yeah. See, I mean, this is what Marvel does now. Is they drop one movie or show and then you wait 3 years and you see the next movie or show they're in. You know,
It's about right.
it's weird, but I don't know. It's weird because like it doesn't feel like the characters have their own individual franchises anymore. It feels like they've all morphed into just the MCU as the franchise.
Yeah. No character has their own individual storyline.
Yeah, which was
sort of phase 1 and 2.
well, yeah, but you go to phase 1 and it's like there were the Iron Man movies, but those were in the same universe as the Captain America movies. Now
But
it feels
separate.
like they're just the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Which is I would be okay with it, but I kind of like to watch like there's some of these franchises that I don't really like that much. Like I'm not gonna tune into the Miss Marvel stuff, but
No.
it also
Probably anything with Captain Marvel I won't watch.
that's valid. But
Are you gonna watch
Although-
Secret Wars?
that's the other Avengers movie they got.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's an Avengers movie.
Oh, I'm just here on the Wikipedia. It says 2026 Avengers Secret Wars.
Oh, I guess it is. I thought that was going to be
So-
like Nick Fury based.
But wait, it doesn't. I think Nick Fury has his own show though coming up.
Really? What is it going to be called? Fury?
I don't know. Let me go back. I was just looking at the list of movies. Let me find the full list of projects. Alright, on the Hollywood Reporter. Oh, Secret Invasion. That's Nick Fury's thing.
Yes, that
And that's a
one.
TV show.
Yeah,
You gonna watch that?
I think so.
I like Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury, but I don't think I'll check it out. It sounds like it'll be well, and
I'll
I
watch
guess it's
it.
every month.
I watch it just because of Nick Fury.
Yeah, I get that. Well, and how much of a superhero thing is that? Is that going to be just sort of like a
I
secret
think
agent type
seeing
show?
it, I think it's going to be more like sort of like how the Mandalorian is separated from the main story.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a background story.
Okay. Did you see Werewolf by Night?
No.
That thing, that's probably my favorite thing to come out of the most recent phase, but the best thing about it, literally if it didn't have the Marvel logo, you wouldn't guess that it was in the MCU.
That's what I've seen clips, but I didn't have Disney Plus at the time.
Okay, I'd recommend it. It's only like an hour long.
Really?
And it's not like it's without its MCU things, you know, there's still the classic MCU jokes that are never funny. but like it doesn't, as far as I know, tie into any of the continuity anywhere. It is just its like
I
own thing.
I I see if they do another thing on Moon Knight, it would tie into that.
Probably, because they'll probably try to build out their like supernatural, like horror side. I'll bet Blade is gonna tie in somehow.
Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't introduced in that.
I hear he was supposed to have been introduced in the post-credit scene to Eternals,
He was.
but like I don't know how you were supposed to get that.
It was his voice, I think.
Yeah, it's Mahershala Ali's, who, by the way, he was one of the villains in Luke Cage too. So
Really?
this might be the first time we get an actor playing like two different characters in the MCU.
But technically that's not canon to the MCU.
Isn't it?
Not Luke Cage.
I can't tell. I'm sure that Daredevil's supposed to be, right?
No.
Because they
They're remaking
do you
that
not
show.
think so?
They're
We can't tell, but I think that they want us to believe that that's the same thing, purely because in She-Hulk, when he like shows up, the Daredevil theme starts playing.
Yeah, but just because it's that doesn't mean it's the same character, quote unquote.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But that's. I mean, I think they're kind of trying to, like right now. I don't think they know what they want to do.
Yes.
That's why they're because like they've kept it so that yeah, the Netflix shows still work in the universe, but they've never done anything to directly confirm that they are.
Yes.
True,
That's what I
yeah.
think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna change that.
I think what I hope they do for Daredevil at least is like, not. I hope they don't like bring up all the events of the show, but still like those events still
Keep
happen.
them relevant.
Yeah, yeah. Like we don't have to make a direct sequel to it. We don't have to mention those events, but I don't want them to do anything to contradict them.
Yes. That would be good for continuity.
Although I do want them to have Bullseye.
Yeah, just keep that last part so he just survives.
Yeah, but I mean, literally, we don't even really have to get into that like Bullseye and Daredevil have fought before. We can just introduce like Bullseye and his costume and everything ready to go, and
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah,
do.
because that you could keep the old fans, get some new ones. Perfect.
I think no matter what they do, it's going to be. I think it's sort of doomed by how popular the original show was.
Yeah, well, I don't even. It's not so much the popularity, even so much as like the critical reception, where because it is lauded as like the best thing ever made. You know what I mean? It'd be like if
Yeah.
Disney wanted to make a sequel to The Dark Knight. Like, you can't do that.
Why would Disney be doing that?
Well, I don't know why they would. Well, they'll own everything eventually.
Yeah.
But like, it's something so highly praised for being different that like trying to put it in your formula isn't gonna work.
No.
And I think that like instantly, by not making it like, because they're, from what we're hearing, they're about to start filming, and from what Charlie Cox has been saying, they're not gonna go for like the like super gritty, dark, violent thing, which I'm personally okay with. But by not doing that instantly, like there's a lot of fans who are just gonna be upset that it's not like a hard R show.
Yeah. But that's just because it's not the same.
Yeah, like it will be different, and by being different already, people are gonna hate it. I'm willing to give it a chance. I don't care if it's different. It just has to be good for me.
Same.
But I don't think it will be.
I'm still going to be like critiquing it if it's bad.
Yeah, same. I mean, just because of those first 3 seasons on Netflix, I am going to be harder on this show than I would be anything else they put out.
Yeah.
Because I now hold Charlie Cox's Daredevil to a higher standard than what Disney does.
I'm curious when it's going to be set.
Yeah, me too, kind of.
Like,
Well,
if it's going to be before She-Hulk.
I don't think so, because we have in production pictures, there's Echo from Hawkeye. She's going to be getting her own show. And we have
Yes.
production pictures that show that Kingpin is going to be in that. So I'm thinking it's going to that show is going to directly lead into Daredevil.
The Echo one?
Yeah, because we know at least Kingpin's going to be there, and I suspect Daredevil will be there too at some point.
Yeah. That would make sense.
But I'm going to be honest, this Echo is like one aspect where I've kind of lost faith in Disney, because she is technically a Daredevil character, and I didn't watch all of Hawkeye, but the parts I saw of her, she's just really, really boring.
Yeah.
And like, that's one character already. Now she's not. I don't think she's in the cast for Born Again. We don't have the full cast list, but she's not in what's been revealed. But still, the fact that they've gotten one Daredevil character and screwed her up infinitely makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. Doesn't it do it to us all?
But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm just more curious with Born Again. Just that title is like interesting to me.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't want to be overly harsh because it's just a title, but like, it's clear that the name, obviously Born Again is the comic season 3 was based off of, so obviously they're not gonna. Yeah, so well, loosely, there's a lot of differences. Because the show
same
is,
idea.
Yeah, in general, all the beats were kind of fair. So I doubt they're gonna like remake that. So it seems to me that they picked the name Born Again without even actually reading the comic. They just went kind of like, well, Born Again because it's a reboot. And it feels like that's really nitpicky of me, but
that's sort of what I thought.
But it kind of shows a little bit that they don't. To me, it's a little indicator that they're not caring as much about what they do with the source material so much as how they can appeal to people,
Yeah. Which is good if they do it right.
Yeah, right. I mean, to me it feels weird to compare season 3 of the show to Born Again, because Born Again, I kind of think it sucks. I don't think it's a good comic. But like, Daredevil season 3 was great. They were willing to change
no offense, but most of Daredevil's comics aren't great.
Yeah, well, I've gotten into that myself now, because like, he is in the comic world, he's lauded as like peak Marvel. Like, apparently, like, if you get into like the fan base and community, they will all claim that Daredevil is like the best comics get. But I have yet to see it. I've been reading through some of his comics, and like, I mean, granted, I don't think Marvel typically produces quality. I think that's more of a rarity, but like,
I think they go quantity.
Yeah, and I think I will say that Daredevil, it does sort of raise the bar for comics. It's innovative, but it kind of falls flat to me a lot.
That's what even like people recently have said. Oh, Moon Knight comics so good, so good. I read the ones that are free on Hoopla. They're mid.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, but yeah, they were. Dang. Better or worse than the show?
Probably better.
Okay. I didn't really like the show, but yeah, I don't think comics are inherently bad. I think a lot of comic writers just don't know how to use the format.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the Daredevil comics I've read they're paced so poorly that you never get any emotional moments.
Mm-hmm.
Were you into the Moon Knight show?
I sort of was. I liked the concept. I really liked Moon Knight as a character. Whenever I did like research on the show.
Wait, so you didn't like him as a character in the show? You liked him through extra research?
Both.
Okay.
So he was an okay character in my opinion. I think they could have made his character better. But that's every character in Marvel to me.
That's pretty true these days. Yeah, I watched like the first episode and just I wasn't into it. There's nothing. I Marvel has done this thing for like a long time where every time they release something, I watch it just to see if it is going to be different than the typical MCU thing,
Yeah.
but it never is. But they're getting closer, you know? Maybe one day.
They're trying. That's all that we can really ask for.
Yeah. And so I thought like Moon Knight, it looked cool, but I watched it.
He's a really
it wasn't
cool idea for a character.
Yes, it's everything. All the elements were there, but the story was still told like an MCU story, and I wasn't feeling that.
It was also, it didn't connect to anything.
Like it didn't connect to the further MCU.
Yeah, there was nothing that connected it to. Since even I'm sort of, since he's not really, in my opinion, I don't really see him as a London-based hero. Since that's where it took place, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't remember.
But like there was no reference to, or at least that I noticed, to like any of it.
Yeah.
But that's probably just me nitpicking, but
maybe. To me there was like, you pop in and like the story itself, if I were to summarize it to you, would sound like this cool, weird, like kind of scary story, but watching it still just feels like an MCU thing.
Yeah, I mean they put comedy in places that I wouldn't know how to put comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the MCU.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how Moon Knight fans felt about it, but I feel like Moon Knight fans always kind of liked it for how out there and how unique it was, and watching that show, there was really nothing unique about it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how they're reacting, but I feel like they wouldn't be happy.
I mean, I think they're doing a second season.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was still like a raving success. I've met a lot of people who watched Moon Knight who liked it, but
yeah, I mean, we watched it in Spanish.
We did watch it in Spanish, and everyone seemed to enjoy it fine. Well, and that's the thing is like, I guess it wasn't technically bad. It's just like I didn't want to watch it. It was kind of boring.
Yeah. But
that's the one thing I'll give. That's the one thing I'll give comics for, like, sure, especially what Marvel does, is that they're always unique. It's, at least what they're doing is interesting. Even if it's, like, completely dumb, they're, like, trying something.
Yeah. It may be trying something that's gonna fail, but at least they're trying.
Yeah. But I get that that's not sustainable. Like, if the MCU started doing that, they probably wouldn't last very long, but I don't know, it's more interesting to me.
I mean, what else, or what other movies are people gonna watch?
I mean, it's kind of true.
What are they gonna watch? The DCEU with how bad that is?
Yikes. You heard about what's happening with, like, James Gunn taking over?
Yeah, I mean, Henry Cavill is no longer Superman.
Yeah, did you see Black Adam?
No.
Me neither.
I was gonna see it, but then I saw the post-credit scene and how was gonna lead to nowhere, and I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this.
The only thing I watched was the post-credit scene too, but I don't know, I like the idea for Black Adam fine, but
yeah,
maybe one day I'll watch it. I'm not against it.
It was their version of a Deadpool movie.
You think so?
I mean, if you really think about who Black Adam is.
Yeah, but Black Adam's not really a jokester the way Deadpool is.
Yeah, but he's still the anti-hero.
Yeah, but even then, like, it's a PG-13. I don't think they were going for Deadpool with that one. Maybe, like, more like the Suicide Squad was probably trying to get closer to the Deadpool fame.
Yeah, probably. I just think they just try to put too many characters in a thing that does not fit those characters.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't see Black Adam. Maybe it works.
I mean, they put like Hawkman, Doctor Fate.
Oh sure, yeah, that whole like pseudo Justice League. I don't know what you call them.
Justice Society.
But I think that works. I'll be honest. I think what you would do is if you were trying to make a Black Adam movie to show how he was like your really cool guy from now on, I would put all those guys in, just have him kill them off. Like straight up. I know it's really risky, so no studio would ever do that, but like that's what I'd do.
Yeah, that's probably the smart thing to do.
I mean, not smart from a business standpoint, because then you can't sell the merch of all those characters and give them their own movies and stuff, but like
Yeah.
It makes a better story, I think, if you want to like really establish him as like the tough guy of the DC universe.
But he's not really even the tough guy. Like, he turns good.
Maybe. Yeah, but you know, he's still an anti-hero type thing. Still
Yeah,
that
but
deal.
he's an anti-hero.
Yeah, I think though, like if we're being realistic, I think the only person who wants to see Black Adam this bad is Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, I think he funded it.
Yeah, well, he's been trying to get it for years now, and
He was the only reason that post-credit scene had Superman.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And now neither he or Henry Cavill are in the universe, so.
Wait, he's not in it anymore either?
No, Dwayne Johnson put out a tweet where like he mentioned that he talked with James Gunn, and James Gunn told him there's not a spot for Black Adam in the universe coming up.
They're not gonna have any characters left.
Well, I mean you don't need another Black Adam movie. That movie didn't do gangbusters.
Oh no, definitely not a Black Adam movie, but like some of
they're
those
still
characters.
planning on Superman movies, just not with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but I honestly don't know who they're gonna replace him with.
I don't either. I don't know, because with Henry Cavill you have an established thing, like you know there's an audience for that.
Yeah, everyone loved him.
Yeah, and
maybe not at
like
Superman, but everyone loved the character.
I mean, Man of Steel, that was technically successful. He did a sequel.
I personally loved that movie.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it gets too much flack.
I think it was very different, and they did it well.
I honestly, probably. I think the reason people hate it was just because it is so like gray, you know.
Yeah, but like, it was more realistic, and people don't like realistic.
I suppose, and like for me, I'm like Superman's my favorite superhero, and I like that. I like that he is the more optimistic one. You don't go for like the gritty realism with him, but like even then, like with a Man of Steel sequel, you could have him like learning why killing is wrong. You know what I mean? Like you could have him. The thing is, even if you don't like Man of Steel, you could still like Man of Steel 2.
Yes.
And I personally like. I do like Man of Steel, because I think that even though Superman to me has to always be like the good optimistic character that would never do anything wrong, I still think it's okay for him to have like a weaker moment, you know? It can be his arc that he kills a guy.
He has weaker moments in the comics.
Yeah, and I like the thing is if that was it, if Man of Steel was like a solo movie and then we were done, I'd be really disappointed, because the triumphant ending is him killing a guy and like accepting defeat, but that was never the plan. Like, Batman vs Superman and Justice League are not like great movies, but they're still trying to give him an arc with that as the starting point.
Yes, I mean, especially like the Batman v Superman. That's the entire. It takes place during that movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like Man of Steel as well. I think it was pretty fun.
Wait, yeah, I like Man of Steel, but
my only complaint with it is just it's a little long. It gets kind of boring at parts.
It was a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, but also there was a lot of destruction scenes that were just like, I don't know, maybe it's just me being like wimpy, but it was kind of sensory overload watching all that destruction. Like, I would say, yeah, cut a lot of the dialogue, but also cut a lot of the big CGI stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and overall in that movie, there's no really bad CGI.
Oh no, yeah, the effects on that one were pretty good.
And then you get to Batman, and then you get to Justice League.
Yeah, that one was a mess.
It looked like they dubbed him.
Yeah, it was rough.
Are you back watching the stream now?
Oh no, wait, maybe? Am I watching this stream? Yeah, I am now.
Okay, I was about to say, because there's one person here, and I was about to say, if it wasn't you, I was about to like, say, who was it?
See, I think if anyone hopped on, they'd leave a comment for us.
What?
I think if anyone hopped on, they'd leave a comment for us.
Maybe.
I'll be honest, personally, I may be the one and only person, but I'm still upset with DC for not giving us the Batgirl movie.
I'm upset that they're pretty much canceling Michael Keaton.
Yeah, well, he might still be in The Flash.
He's in one movie. He was supposed to be in, like, all of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, he was supposed to be the Batman and Aquaman, too.
Yeah, they also...
He was supposed to be in the next Wonder Woman.
Reportedly, they were even doing a Batman Beyond with him.
Yes, that too.
Which would have been so sick.
Yes. Like a live... That would have been... Which also would have set up the next Batman, which...
And the thing is, it's not like... This is the kind of decision that, like, honestly, Michael Keaton, he's old enough that they can't just be like, oh, well, never mind, we actually do want him. No, I mean, he's gonna die soon. If you don't film him stuff right now, you're not filming it.
Yeah. I mean, he's not about to die.
Not about to die, but he's getting to the point where he can't do any of the physical stuff you need him to do.
I would honestly go ahead and, like, film, like, like, him realizing he can't be Batman anymore.
Oh, yeah, and then you could just use it for whichever movie you needed it for.
Yes. Like, if you do a Batman Beyond, he's older than Michael Keaton.
Sure. I mean, Keaton, I just checked, 71 years old. That's close enough.
Is he actually?
Yeah. So,
I did not
I mean,
know
he's
that.
still in good physical condition, though, which is the good thing.
Yeah, he's... But, like, in my opinion, in the Batman Beyond, he's, like, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. I could see it.
But yeah...
Yeah, so the average lifespan of a white male in the U.S. is about 78 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, and Keaton is probably really healthy and really rich, so you could get him for a while.
Yeah, probably 10 more years.
Yeah.
At the most.
So maybe it's not as drastic as I said, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty drastic.
Plus, like, as Old Man Bruce, you don't really need him for any super physical scenes. It's okay if he just sits down.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should... I just think that would have been a really cool project.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think a live action... What's the, one that's really unpopular animated? The, Dark Knight Returns?
Oh, yeah, well, it's not that unpopular. It's considered, like, the quintessential Batman story.
Is that the one where it's... This isn't a battlefield, it's an operating table?
It's an operating table. Yeah, that's that one.
I think Ben Affleck would be a good Batman for that.
You could still do that with him. He looks perfect for it, you're right. Well, because he's beefier.
Yes. Like
he
his
looks like that Batman.
That's his costume. Like his bat outfit is that.
Yeah, you could tell that's what they were thinking when they cast him. And honestly,
that would make a lot more sense than the animated movie. Since
Yeah, when
you don't really get like any setup to why they don't like superheroes anymore.
yeah, I'll be honest, I that's not one of my favorite stories. I like the thing is I'd be down for a live action like version of that because I like a lot of beats of the story, but I mean it's written by one of Daredevil's writers. Coincidentally, it's written by the same guy who wrote Born Again. So naturally you can tell I'm not that into it. He also wrote let me tell you, little mini rant about this writer. What's his name?
Is it?
Frank Miller.
Yeah, he's the one who made Daredevil All Dark.
Yeah, and he's the one who makes Batman All Dark. He did, let's see, he did RoboCop 2 as one of his credits, Sin City. He is just, I think he is a flat out terrible writer.
Yeah.
But people still will
If you make a second RoboCop, you're an awful writer.
I mean, yeah, if you're on any of the RoboCop sequels, that says something about you.
I mean, even the first one.
No, that first one's good. The writing's clever, I think.
Honestly never seen it.
Oh, it's one of those things that you read the name and you laugh because of how dumb it sounds, but then you watch it and it's like, oh wait, they actually tried. It's actually like a high quality movie.
The clips I've seen, they actually tried.
Oh yeah, it definitely it is a really sharp movie with like good satire. It's a comedy and it's really funny. After that, it goes downhill. I think Frank Miller is just an awful writer, but I think he has good ideas.
He would be a good person on like a storyboard.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, he's a good artist too. He could draw a storyboard. But he's an okay artist. He's got some bad stuff, but
at least he's not the one Captain America artist.
He's not Rob Liefeld. That's true. We laugh, but that guy created Deadpool. He's like rolling in money.
Yeah. Wait, he made Daredevil?
Or not Daredevil? No, not Daredevil. Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah, he created him. And Cable.
Oh, Cable mid.
Yeah, but yeah. So I like you could take any Frank Miller's I mean Daredevil season 3 technically based off a Frank Miller idea, and it's like the best thing ever. So I would be down for them to do the Dark Knight Returns.
You also said loosely, barely.
Yeah, no, it's the bare bones of it, but still. Or like RoboCop 2 had a lot of ideas you could have done.
Yeah.
I won't go into that, but there's a lot of good ideas there. But I also think, Frank Miller, no. And the problem with the animated movie is it is literally just the comic but animated.
Mm-hmm.
All the lines and stuff are the same.
Which it was a movie made for the comic people.
Yeah, and I'll say personally, I find it a little better than the comic. I don't know why that is, but I don't know, it works a little better for me.
Personally, it's because I don't have to read.
That's fair.
I don't have to learn.
Did you watch the movies?
I watched the first part.
Okay. When Two-Face tries to blow up the Twin Towers.
I've seen the second part.
Oh man, what a silly story.
Is that actually the same story as that one?
Yes, that is. So the comic was 4 parts, and then the movie is 2 parts.
I have not seen this first part then.
Yeah, so for the movie they might have changed it since the movie was, after 9/11. Honestly, I can't really remember if that even happened in the movie. They might have cut it, but that's how the story kind of begins.
I don't think it does.
I think they might have cut that.
I think it's just someone trying to take over the city. I think it's Joker is the beginning, and he kills him.
Okay, so that's... Oh, this is so complicated. So the movie, it's 2 movies. The second movie starts with Joker. And then the first movie, I don't remember if they do Two-Face or not, but the first movie is the one that ends with, it's not a mud pit, it's an operating table.
Okay.
Which, for as much as I hate Frank Miller, I love that scene.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
But
most of the lines in that are bad.
It's just a really funny line to me.
Yeah, It's like dumb, but it's still cool.
That Batman, the dude who has no medical experience, is saying this.
Yeah, but then he just breaks the guy's leg, which is
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, violence in a mud pit. That
And
dude
I'll
prob-
admit, I like that Joker scene where Joker like snaps his own neck. That's cool.
Yeah, that dude definitely. The dude who broke his leg definitely died of an infection. Do you know how much
But also-
bacteria is in that mud pit?
What?
Do you know how much bacteria would have to be in that mud pit?
I mean, that's true, I guess.
Where he breaks it, probably to show bone.
Probably. It's done in silhouette, so we can only assume.
Yeah.
I will say though that the Joker scene where he snaps his own neck and like another guy gets like thrown into the cogs of a roller coaster. It was
Yeah.
at that scene where I was questioning how the movie got a PG-13.
Oh, I don't understand a lot of how things became PG-13 nowadays.
Which, yeah, but it's also like, if you watch those DC animated movies like The Killing Joke or Gotham by Gaslight get R ratings when I honestly couldn't tell you why. They're the most like tame, like
I think
virtually
the-
kids movies.
I think The Killing Joke got R because it's the premise of Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, I honestly think what it is that like whoever was rating the movie just heard what the movie was about and just gave it an R rating without ever watching it.
Yeah.
Because technically, it's not that. I mean, the story itself is graphic, but like the content within it, like, I mean, just yeah, is Barbara Gordon like are multiple new photos taken before she's viciously slaughtered? Yeah, but you don't technically see any of that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of our things are off screen.
Yeah, that's true. Well, even Jim Gordon is like the entire horribly vicious climax. Jim Gordon is naked throughout it, but there's not technically any blood, and you don't technically see any parts. So, like, I don't know. To me, it was still PG-13.
Wow.
But like Gotham by Gaslight's even more confusing. Which, again, if you heard the premise, yeah, it's about Batman fighting Jack the Ripper, a like New York serial killer killing hookers. Yeah, at the
or-
same time, not New
or-
York, London.
Or Gordon the Ripper.
That was. You still remember? That's maybe one of the angriest film reviews I've ever done. Is that movie being the dumbest thing?
They could have made it so many different people.
Yeah. What? I don't know. It just. I mean, for the movie, I guess it worked, but like that's not Jim Gordon. What were they doing?
Yeah.
But
It would have been
again,
even better if it was like Clayface became Jim Gordon.
I would have taken anything, but you know that movie's got to be a direct adaptation of a comic, and comics are dumb.
Is it a direct adaptation?
It is. It is like. I think the comic was a little shorter, so I think they add stuff, but it's almost like beat for beat.
Okay.
Same for like The Killing Joke. They added like the first 30 minutes, but everything else is like exactly how the comic goes.
Yeah, they added like story.
Yeah, but the story they added was really, really terrible.
Fair.
And it did have Batman and Batgirl being a thing.
Yeah, I've seen that picture on internet.
Nasty. Oh. That's the R rating right there. It's so gross.
Yeah. I think that's like an understatement. So, how is your school with the daddy and mommy thing?
Mommy and Daddy, they're okay these days.
I
Um,
regret bringing this up.
I'll admit, the school is still pretty weird. One of the weirdest things is that our families had a family competition where each family had to like make we each had to make a Christian movie, like a PureFlix type movie, and then we had a day.
I mean, you definitely should have had Jesus handed out second Genesises.
Oh my gosh, what a reference. But we ended up like at the end we watched all the movies together in an assembly, and then we got to vote on which movie was the best.
The most Christian.
Which one had the godliest values? Anyways, my family won that. We made like a sports movie.
So like Unbroken.
Sure. What was that about?
Like a dude. I guess probably not. That one had Nazis.
I will admit, when I got the premise for a movie, I thought it was the funniest thing ever because what is supposed to happen is there's like a pitcher who hates God, but then there's like the batter loves God, and the batter hits a home run and his team wins. And everyone starts cheering for him. They're like, Carlos, Carlos. And a scout comes up and writes his name on a clipboard. But then the batter, Carlos, turns to the camera and he says, wait, no, it wasn't me, guys. It was God.
Jesus.
And then everyone starts bowing down, and the scout crosses out Carlos's name and writes God.
I just imagine God going first round.
Right? It was epic. We did something that was close to that. Actually, it was low-key pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. I got to play the pitcher.
So
It was a banger movie.
say if you didn't curse, I would be upset.
I wanted to, but apparently it's not allowed.
I just imagine. Like, show us the Logan cut.
Release the Logan cut.
Or just you swearing.
It is just, I just tear my clothes off and do aggressively lewd motions.
Oh, okay.
But that's
Now,
the
that was
Logan cut.
If that's what you want it to be, I guess.
But anyways, what we won, we found out that the prize is that the school principal takes your whole family on a date. I cannot make this up. This is how it was told to me. It is literally during a day of school. He took us all out of class, drove us in a bus to a Mexican restaurant. And like, it was nice because he paid.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, it reminds me of a lot of whenever Southlake did the, you could get, like, you could spend actual money to go on a date with a teacher.
Really?
Like, do you not remember whenever the silent
I
auctions?
don't remember this at all.
Like,
Wait,
they
that
would,
was...
they would take you to, like, Geppetto's.
Really? It was just a one-on-one, you and the teacher?
I think it was like it was a group.
That's weirdly worse to me.
So like it was like a group of every student and every teacher who won.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That was at the silent auction?
Yeah.
Huh, I don't remember that.
Really?
Did you ever win any?
No, I never gambled money. I mean, I spent dinner too much with the teacher.
That's true. So, what? Do we still do the silent auction?
No, we don't even do the Fall Fest.
Okay, I kind of missed that. I like that auction.
Or-
I never bought anything.
I think the last Fall Fest was you were at Southlake.
Yeah, because you guys haven't done one this year.
Yeah, because we kidnapped you.
Oh yeah, and then we went and played soccer and stuff. That was kind of fun.
Yeah. It's pretty hype.
It was. We should have done some of the inflatables. Would they have let us?
What do you mean the inflatables? Yeah, we did
Did
the
they have any?
inflatables.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did the Fallout thing. Or I guess you probably didn't. You were with Rebecca.
Yeah.
So-
Man, that thing's fun though.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't do it nowadays though, because I don't even think I could jump the like 2 feet to clear it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I really let myself go since moving to South Carolina.
Don't they all?
They do.
It do be like that.
It do be like that sometimes. Bro, you guys gonna have a fall fest this year?
I don't. Not in the spring.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but you call it something different. You call it like Spring Fest.
I mean,
Ooh, that's
that-
good. You should pitch that.
That's the PTA.
Oh. Oh,
It's
that's right. Because I remember
it's not
leadership didn't do
even
that.
yeah, it's not even leadership that does it.
How's leadership going
I
these
have
days?
no idea.
Oh, are you in it?
No.
Oh. Did you
Remember I
win?
lost last year.
Oh.
I lost to Morgan.
I heard you could probably still show up though. They'd let you
Oh,
in.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I get that.
With what's happened, like with since did it with leadership during Windy Gap, I'm not working with
Yeah.
any of them again.
Really? Was it just a mess?
I just don't like working with Harky.
Oh.
Like she's just
If it was,
she's a toxic boss.
yeah, if Wilson was there, would you still do it?
No,
No.
she's really unorganized.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there, I don't think that Harky's gonna be part of it next year,
So you think it's going to be just Wilson?
and maybe Melton.
Okay, yeah. I'll be honest. I didn't mind working for both of them. I think I probably wouldn't want to work with just one of them.
I mean, whenever you were part of it, they were together and sort of did everything.
Yeah.
But now it's sort of they still do it, but they don't do anything.
Oh no, the students actually have to do work?
No, no one really does anything.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that's the legacy I left behind.
But we're doing a Sadie's.
Yeah, I heard that in January.
It took them 4 years to do one.
It did take a weirdly long time. You getting asked yet?
No,
Do you think you're gonna go?
probably not.
If someone asks you, will you go?
Depends on who.
That's valid. Do you already in your mind have like a prepped list of like who you would never go with?
I mean, I know people who would never ask me,
That's good. That's good.
so it's more of a if they ask me, I'm gonna get bullied.
Hmm.
Like if they ask me, I'm not going just for the fact that I'm definitely gonna get stood up.
I see that. I see that. Yeah, I don't think anybody. You don't think anybody would do that at South Lake, do you?
Ansley Roberts,
You think she'd ask someone just to stand them up?
or she would do it to have an ulterior motive.
Yeah, that I could see better, but I don't know. I don't think she's that heartless.
I see
think she's still-
her asking someone and then hanging out with someone else.
I could maybe see it, but she's too into Andrew, you know?
Yeah, but I forgot about him. Yeah, I don't even think he's allowed on South. John Link isn't allowed on South Lake grounds.
Really? Is he not still a student there?
No, he got asked to leave.
Oh, so nobody can ask him to the Sadies?
No,
Was anybody going to?
no.
Really?
Did you think someone was?
No, no, but I'm more surprised that I thought John had his life together.
I mean, if you do drugs at South Lake, what else do you expect to happen?
I guess, but he went to rehab, so I guess I just assumed that he was like good now.
I mean, most of the time rehab makes things worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just optimistic, but
That will be
Man,
your downfall.
that was dark. That's probably true though. Like, unironically.
I like the use of unironically in that sentence.
Thank you. But yeah. I don't know though. Ledford, what if I asked you?
It's a silly thing to say. Yes. don't get my hopes up.
Honestly, do you think? I mean, ticket sales for this thing can't be that wild, can they? I mean, how many people are showing up to
I
this?
have no idea. You have to
Bec-
think, last, or our freshman year, no one wanted to go.
yeah,
But now that our grade is seniors, everyone wants to go.
yeah, I guess.
It's, I don't see many people going to it.
Well, because I can't. Like, if you're a guy, you're not going unless you're getting asked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're
Unless
a
you
girl,
go
you're
as
not
a,
going unless you're asking someone.
I mean, they could be like, I'm not going unless I get asked. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it's, that's probably true. But I don't know. I mean, it really, if you, I'd imagine the budget on it is not that big, so they're probably not that scared of making huge returns, anyways.
I mean, it's Southlake. They're gonna spend money on what they think they want to spend money on.
That's true.
I mean, they spent a ridiculous amount of money on the DJ for homecoming.
Southlake makes the worst financial decisions,
Yeah.
and that I think was the hardest part about being in leadership council was knowing that like
You're not
whatever
gonna
event
make
was
money
happening.
back. You're gonna lose money.
Well, I mean, that was the thing was like you had to. I mean, leadership council probably more than the other like branches, like NHS and stuff, was more of a financial thing. But like, it's really hard to make profits when the people spending the money just don't ever talk to you and they don't care.
They don't really think about saving money.
And no, and they don't like it doesn't matter to them what they spend it on. So like, we still did it mostly in leadership council.
That's
but
because every time like they ask, like Curlin just gives this a thumb of approval.
yeah, um, there's really
Or-
no one there. I think
That
with
would,
a good financial brain willing to stop anybody. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
Like if you remember, probably the biggest disaster for leadership was when we bought like we bought like 1 billion Hershey bars for Valentine's grams.
yeah,
Without actually checking how many people were interested in Valentine's grams.
yeah. I ended up with like 3 because no one gave them to anyone.
Well, the thing is, weirdly enough, eventually we still made profits on that, but like,
Somehow, I mean that's because you
Because-
guys upcharged them so much.
well, we brought them. Well, we didn't initially from Valentine's grams. That was a massive failure. But then we sold
Really?
them at the talent show. The talent show is where we got our money back from them.
Was it?
Um, and then we put them in Slate Cafe, which Slate Cafe, you know, I doubt they made that much from them, but
I mean,
still it was.
they sold them. We sold them fast.
Yeah, yeah. We did end up making the profits from those candy, but like, still, I mean, it was just kind of Miss Wilson and Miss Harkey with a credit card going like, okay, with the school's card going like, okay, how many candies do we need? You know what
That's how far we can send them into debt.
I mean? And
Debt
it's
speed
by
run.
sheer like luck and seat of the pants engineering, we were able to do it. But like, still, if you had anyone in check to go, no, we're not going to spend $500,000 on candy because we don't know how many people actually want this.
I don't understand how they're still like have a Southlake credit card. Whenever my mom for Windy Gap couldn't get one.
Really? Huh.
I mean, they make horrible financial decisions with giving teachers
Well,
credit cards.
I will say that the thing is like, as far as it went in my run as presidency, when Southlake asked for profits, we got it. Like eventually, somehow, we did it, but it was very much luck based. A lot of it.
Yeah, or if there was any strategy, they didn't tell you it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was really just coming up with strategies on the fly, and they just kind of happened to work. But definitely, there wasn't that much management of it. And like the thing is, we had things like the talent show was probably like the pinnacle of our like success in terms of that thing cost not that much.
I mean,
but
it's going to be it's going to cost 0 this year to host.
But the thing is, I mean, I'm gonna put it out there. Harkey and Wilson wanted to do it at they wanted to rent the venue where like Mattress and Sound of Music were done.
Life
If we
Fellowship.
had done that, yeah,
It's so
which like,
expensive.
and I think we weren't able to get it because they weren't able to give it to us, but there was nobody there to tell them not to. You know what I mean? Like the
Why?
students, we could like recommend against it, but there was no one from a business sense there to go.
My
No,
question
that
is,
is like,
why? Why did they want it?
I think they just because like the sound system at Southlake wasn't that great, and
I
they
mean,
wanted to
that's what
have
this.
good audio.
I mean, this year they're gonna do it in the sanctuary.
Yeah, well, and last year we found out that we could very easily fix that. That wasn't that much of a problem.
With the sound
And it
system.
was, yeah, and I don't know, I honestly don't know how they came about that, but Mr. Johnson got the sound working in that lower school building so we could do it.
Yeah.
But the money we made on that was pretty much just about, I
Even?
don't think it would have been much of, yeah, it would have broken even if we had rented that venue, and
I
we
think
probably
less.
wouldn't have gotten.
I think less people would have gone.
Yes, yeah. Like it would have been a huge failure had we done that. But the thing is, there was nobody who told us that. They just gave us whatever money we needed. And
That's one thing that, for people who join leadership, and it was like, huh, this is really fun. I want to do this in college. Like join a committee and run it.
mhm.
You have a budget.
Yeah, well,
You do events so you can make money to do larger events.
mhm.
But
And
with South
the
Lake,
thing-
we gotta stop doing this.
yeah, well, and it, like, I get why they hadn't stopped because, like, when I was there, we did make it work every time. The money we
Yeah,
spent, we were able to make
somehow.
it back. But it is somehow we were not very savvy about it. We just
I mean,
accidentally succeeded.
and that was sort of it. You made your money back.
Yeah, and that, like, as long as we were being successful, we were just kind of allowed to do whatever, but our success was a lot luck-based.
They saw that you made. I mean, I guess their sort of thing is probably, hey, they're making money. Let's not mess this up. With how,
Yeah,
because they probably didn't look at the cost next to it's like the cost to benefit.
hmm
They probably just
Well, and
looked
I'll say-
at how much they made.
and I'll say even, like, I don't know exactly how this worked, but, like, a lot of the things Miss Wilson would buy in her, like, own money, and then
Yeah.
when the money came in, she would
She
get,
just-
like, reimbursed, so it's entirely possible that she even, like, Southlake didn't even keep track of what money was going in and out. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that
although I don't
wouldn't-
think that's true. That's
that
me
wouldn't-
just speculating.
That wouldn't go over well nowadays, because the new I think her name is like Dawn, but like the finance lady now, or I guess it's HR. They almost like, there's no way that would have happened. Like she's very nitpicky with cards and everything. Like
Okay.
there was almost one time that for the camping trip, they almost didn't reimburse people because they didn't have the right receipts.
Hmm.
Like they have evidence that they bought it, but they're like, this receipt doesn't check out, but it did.
Oh, so they're scared of another Dr. Parker.
I mean, that's probably the reason why we have this person.
Yeah. But I wonder, and the thing is, in, like, as far as leadership goes, if you weren't like were you in leadership last year?
Not last year, but I was a part of
Okay,
some. I was a part of some events.
Well, generally, if you, aside from me and, like, typically, like, Amber or Charlotte, nobody else was really expected to keep up with any of the, like, how much profits we were making.
I mean, there was no way
although-
to.
Whenever we succeeded, you know, Miss Wilson would be like, guys, we raised this much money, and, you know, everyone would clap and stuff, but, like, I don't think that most council members were aware that like there is a pressure to make profits. Like you're still, it is like a fun thing, but also we're supposed to come back with returns.
Yeah, you're supposed to make. That's sort of one thing that we don't have to really worry about with SMF. Because you're supposed to make money, but it's more money for the community.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. It was interesting because I mean, I guess that's the good thing is that, like, it probably would have been more stressful for everyone if they knew that, like, this is still a profit thing. But, I mean, well, because there is an element of stress to it because you're supposed to make profits, and yet a lot of the decisions being made are not very wise fiscally.
Not with that thing in mind. I'll be honest though, the only thing I worked with leadership this year on was a tailgate. Wilson came out once of the school to check it out, went back and left to go home, and then Harkey came out once, left to go home, and then this was like before even people showed up. So like, that's sort of off topic. Never mind, you keep going.
No, but I get where you're going.
I mean, it's
getting at. Man, this is some. Too bad no one's watching. This is some juicy stuff right here.
I'm gonna have to make this. I'm gonna have to delete this video.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be missing out on much if you do. I might. No, there's not even highlights here. It's just
us dissing Leadership Council.
Us dissing I don't know why I'm dissing it either. I really enjoyed my time there. I liked it. I feel like it gets a bad rap, but it definitely. We shouldn't have been. We were successful, I will say that, but we should not have been ever.
I wouldn't really call it success.
I mean, yeah, it depends. Some people are happy with it, some weren't. It depends what you're measuring it by, but I think we did the things we were supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, leadership is not really money, it's school spirit.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, and I'll say, like, the school was not writing on anything we did. You know what I mean? No. Like, I make it sound more dramatic than it was. Like, yeah, they expect profits, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, the school can spare a few $100.
They were not able to make. They were not able to make school happen if you guys lost money.
Yeah, no. I mean, literally the only consequence is that admin is disappointed in you. It doesn't, like, obviously.
Sometimes that's even worse.
They don't get mad, just disappointed.
I don't want Becky to be disappointed in me.
You can't. No, that'd be awful.
I think I would just die of sadness.
But leadership, we did what we were supposed to, really. That was it. And a lot of it, leadership council, it's kind of nominal. Really, administration, they kind of make all the decisions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it, I still remember, like, a lot of it is, like, we had that, suggestions box thing? Every time we got a suggestion, leadership, or we would bring it to admin, and they'd already have a pre-prepared answer as to why they couldn't let us do it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's...
And, like...
Then why even do it? I don't...
Well, there were some things we could get. It wasn't always, but generally... The stuff that you would expect leadership to be doing, administration is already covering, so...
I mean, yeah. At least you didn't have to be at Southlake with the phone cubbies.
Wait, what?
We have phone cubbies.
Oh, yeah, we have those at Ben Levin.
Do you?
Yeah.
At least, did you guys have them from the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
That's what Mrs. Mackless saw it in an article. Was like, "Huh, these are cool. Who wants them?" Some teacher said yes. those teachers got them, other teachers got them just as an option. Everyone came back from a weekend. She had screwed them into the walls.
Wow, okay.
And then enforced everyone to use it.
So do the teachers actually enforce the phone copies, or do most of them let it slide?
Simpson doesn't. Shocker,
Okay, yeah.
am I right?
Do most of them like make you do it though?
Most. But
Okay.
like, Mountain didn't the first semester because he didn't like the idea of it being him being forced to do it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, since it was like halfway into the semester.
Yeah,
Like,
but does Melton do it now?
He's going to.
Okay. I guess the school's really getting on him about it.
I mean, it's more of a, hey, I didn't like you just making me do this, so I won't do it this year, but now that you've given me a heads up about it, I'm going to enforce it.
Okay, yeah, but it seems like the school itself is pretty strict that people be doing it.
Yeah. Yo, at least you don't have to do this play.
That's true. Wait, did I tell you I'm the
Hey,
clock in our
yeah.
Beauty and the Beast? Yeah,
I
but
was told
I'm
by
at
like
least not in.
I was told like by 4 people.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
because I was thinking about it. I don't. Did I ever tell you?
I think so.
I probably did at some point, but
Yeah. I think you told me. Rebecca told me. Evan told me.
yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I've told John yet, but and that ours is going like exceedingly well. But as to Peter Pan,
We have had one practice.
oh boy. Well, when is the show? Like March?
I think March.
Yeah, so you'll have time.
I mean, but it's more choreography than the last one.
Yeah. But you're still
like-
doing another like junior play, right?
It's a junior.
Okay.
It's
That's
I think
like that's unfortunate, but it makes it easier.
yeah. I'll take it. Rebecca has complained to you.
Yeah, I will say, I myself am glad it's a junior play because, no offense, there is no way I'm watching this play for more than half an hour if Rebecca's not going to be all over. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even just a thing of, like, she's my girlfriend, but, like, genuinely, she's, like, the reason you go to these things.
But like, I mean, I wouldn't watch this play for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I will go
the
because...
castings. I mean, I don't fully disagree with the castings. I don't fully agree with them. It was the best for everything. The casting were, but it's more of the Lost Boys.
Yeah, what about them?
I mean, they just suck.
I mean, it's just, yeah, it's hard for me to pinpoint, like, one specific reason as to why I just honestly don't want to see this in the least. But it's just a whole bunch of, like, little things that really add up to make it, I mean, there's nothing exciting about it.
No.
I mean, I'll still go because it's like you, Evan, John, Rebecca, like,
I mean,
easily I'll watch it.
You could only watch it for certain parts, and you could have all of us in it. Not Rebecca, but me, Evan, and me, Evan, John, and Caleb are all going to be in the same scenes.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I mean, are there any other Lost Boys?
Oh, I'm not a Lost Boy.
Oh, you're not? Oh, you're all pirates.
Yeah.
Right. Are there any other pirates? Or is it you four?
Scott. I don't know if you know Scott.
Scott Pape, yeah.
I met him once.
He's like a little kid, right? He's like a freshman or like a middle
I think he's an
schooler?
8th grader.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know him.
But, yeah. I'm just glad I have a name role this year.
What's your name?
Jukes.
Jukes? That's cool.
I
You
told
were in the
her.
back?
I told her if I don't juke someone, I want to be upset.
You better. Oh my, you better. I'm walking out if you don't.
That's what I told her. Since there's a scene where we chase or kidnap the kids, I told her if I don't juke a kid in this scene, I want to be upset. Like if I juke them into a net.
That better happen. Literally, if that happens, I'll stand up and applaud.
Like, I mean, that's the scene I want to see.
The thing is, with how it's going this year, might not happen.
But luckily enough, I had her agree the chicken's gonna be part of it.
Wait, what? The rubber chicken?
Yes.
Oh my, you and that chicken.
Don't know when. Don't know where.
You'll find a spot.
I think the spot we agreed on was a sword.
Yeah,
like,
it has to be.
Like it's gonna be in my belt.
Yeah, it has to be. You can't miss the visual gag of a rubber chicken as a sword.
And then I'm gonna whip it out and act like it's a sword.
I love that. That needs to be there.
Like, I feel like that's...
low-key, you want to just rewrite this whole play.
I mean, the thing is, that's honestly something I could do for a living, is just rewrite plays.
I mean, I could see it.
Or like storyboard things.
I want to see the Ledford version of this play.
I mean, I like the since sort of my view of Peter Pan is that everyone's it's actually a story told at night by Wendy, or it's like
okay, I can see it.
The entire thing is them playing, because like even the pirates say, hey, we want Wendy as our mother. They're grown men. So with the idea of them being kids makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So you would do it so that it has a whole like playtime feel?
I wouldn't change anything. That's just my idea for it.
I can see it.
Is that like that's my theory of what's actually going on in this.
Oh, you're already pitching your fan theories?
Yeah. Sort of with how like some people believe Peter Pan is the god of death.
I'm sure they do. Disney theories, man. I can't get into that.
I mean,
there's some
people believe Peter Pan is the god of death, guiding Tinkerbell to the afterlife.
Tinkerbell?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't mess with these. Disney theories are the worst kind.
Tell me about it.
No. I will literally back in the day when they came up with theories about how different races were like inferior to others genetically, I'd prefer listen to those theories for an hour than listen to any Disney theory for 5 minutes.
Are you literally talking about what is it called? Critical race theory?
No, that's a modern theory. That's different.
Or are you talking about the Aryan race?
Something like that. I can't remember what the theories were called, but there used to be some theory of like you know what I mean? Like the theory that we were evolutionary, like stronger than other races, which
superior.
I don't know, I'm pretty cool. But it's not just Darwinism. There was like some theory about how you could look at like the bone structures of people of like color. It's just the dumbest thing, but like genuinely, it's still less freaky to me than Disney theories.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I would sit through hours of like listing out different suspects of who did 9/11 before I listened to a single thing about Cinderella.
Because all I know is Kermit was involved.
Well, that's true. Ledford, your senior quote should have been Bush did 9/11, and it wasn't. It wasn't though.
Was it scientific racism?
Maybe, I don't know. I think it was something more specific. What
don't-
was your senior quote?
I did get busy living or get busy dying.
Oh yeah.
Classy, but not too classy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My mom didn't let me do anything else, pretty much.
What's up with that? What were some of your ideas? What got shot down?
I had one really long Will Ferrell quote that had nothing to do with anything.
I would have liked that.
It was like him
Was it
going.
about?
It was like him going to, a Home Good or not Home Goods, Home Depot, to get like drapes.
Honestly, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it would have taken up like the entire page.
It would have been worth it though.
I really wanted to do a Will Ferrell quote. Like to go for the comedic one.
I could see that.
I think Rosie should have done first. Second place is the first loser.
Why should she? Oh, because she's the valedictorian, inevitably.
Because she's best. Because she's just best.
She is the best. That's true. I'll be honest, if you were pitching to me that the white race was superior, I wouldn't believe it until you point at Rosie as an example. And then I'd be like, yeah, that's fair.
That means English are the best.
Sure, I'd buy that. As much as I hate the Brits, I can't lie. That's a good point.
Okay. So, don't make this sound racist. What's your least favorite race?
Oh boy. Let's get into it.
Slippery slope, I know.
Okay, so speaking of race, though, in Peter Pan, how are you guys handling the Native American characters?
They're called Brave Girls.
Okay. That's fine with me.
Native, like, they actually, whenever making the play, consulted Native Americans.
Okay.
So it's all approved.
Oh, so Miss Foltz, like, met up with some people, or have you guys talked to any? No.
The people who wrote the play.
Oh, okay.
Like, it wasn't Mrs. Foltz who wrote the play.
Oh, yeah, but
We
I
actually
was wondering, because Miss Foltz is still designing the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like how other schools probably did it.
So do you think you've read the script. Is it in any way respectful?
I mean, search. Let me see if I can find this one song.
Is it okay? Because I heard there was one called it's something like Ung Bung Clunk or something like that.
That one's the one I was gonna pull up.
It's you guys have that in yours?
Yes. It's so bad.
Wow. I mean, the thing is, your hands are clean. You're not playing any of those characters, but still.
Not even just saying it, pronouncing it is bad too. Because again, there's no words in it.
I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Are you looking at the lyrics?
I haven't yet. What's it called? Do you know what the name is?
Give me a second. I have my script right here.
Because Rebecca's also going to be playing one of those people, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Because there's one that's the Brave Girls dance.
Also, keep in mind, we're still live right now. You say anything wrong. You could, Ledford, this could be the stream that gets you canceled.
I'm ending the stream, everyone. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, it's Ugglewug.
That's... So there's no actual words in it, though?
There's a couple. But it's pretty much only Peter and Tiger Lily saying words.
So what's the lead up to the song? Why do they start singing Uggalug?
The two tribes become friends.
Oh, and that's their celebration song?
Yeah.
What are the two tribes? The Braves and then
Lost
is there
Boys.
another one? Oh.
So the Brave Girl save the Lost Boys and they become friends.
I don't think I like it.
No. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Like, our Tiger Lily, I don't think you know her. It's, her name's Rute. But, like, she barely speaks English.
Really? Is she not? Where's she from?
I don't know. Somewhere near Croatia. Like that area.
Oh. Okay. Is she like an exchange student or?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I can do today. If you want to talk more about this later, let's just call.
At one point we were gonna do a stream.
I mean, we did do a stream.
We did, yeah. We just didn't interact at all with the.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, the Minecraft.
I made this awesome looking house.
I mean, that's true. It's, if anything, it's a good backdrop for an entirely private conversation.
I mean, it's more of like on TikTok, there's videos of stories going on when people do parkour.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the dogs barking, I think that's my cue to leave.
Alright, I'll see you. Bye.
Oh yeah, see ya.